welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As you notice, I'm on here with bare face, so today we're going to do an actual get ready with me, and we're going to use all e.l.f. products. I have all of my e.l.f. products that I'm planning to use in this basket. There's a few extras that we're probably not going to use. So let's get to this little get ready with me, because I know it's going to be a long one, so if you don't like long videos, you might not like this one. But this will be a long video, so let's get started. So I'm going to dig through my basket here and find my foundation that I want to use. And I probably should have planned this a little better because I didn't. So now everything's like kind of jumbled up here. Here it is. Okay, so the foundation I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Broad Spectrum SPF 20 Sunscreen. It's a BB cream, and this is in the shade Buff. So I'm going to try this out. I've tried this already, and I can tell you I do like it. So it's really, really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little Real Techniques sponge here, but you can use any kind of beauty sponge that you prefer to, or if you want to use a brush, however you normally like to apply your makeup. So that's completely up to you. We're just going to use this little sponge here. I was just kind of wringing the rest of the water out because it was still a little too wet. You want it damp, but not like to where you can like squeeze a bunch of water out of it. You don't want Niagara Falls coming out of it. So now I'm just going to simply apply this all over my face and dot it around. Might look like a lot, but it's a BB cream, so it's not going to be too over, I don't know, it's not going to be too much. You can kind of build this up a little bit. I wouldn't say you can build it to full coverage, but you can definitely build it up to where it's like medium coverage. So as you can see, it's already blending up pretty well. And I just want to first of all say also, I am not a makeup artist. I have no idea how to actually apply makeup like professionally. I just like playing with makeup. I'm a mom who likes makeup, so if you're looking for an actual like tutorial, you're probably not going to find that here. So again, we're just going to pounce this little brush sponge all over my face. Pull my hair up so we can make sure we get up into the hairline. We don't want any kind of lines going on. But as you can see, I mean, it's kind of like a medium coverage. It's definitely, like I said, not a full coverage foundation, but it's not a foundation. It's a BB cream. So for me, I think this is almost comparable to, no, I wouldn't say it's like the It Cosmetics, because the It Cosmetics has a lot more coverage to it than this does. And the It Cosmetics is a CC cream. So I wouldn't say they're comparable. I would say this is a completely different type of ball game. So what I'm going to do is actually build up a little bit more onto the spots where I know that I have some issues going on. So I'm going to take a little bit more and put it up in here where I know I have some hyperpigmentation going on. And down in here where I have some acne spots. And then my nose, because I have a ton of freckles. Even though I like my freckles, I don't really like for them to show through all the time. So now I'm going to pounce this all over again and bring it down into my neck a little bit also. So if you guys notice I'm not looking directly at the camera the whole time, it's because I'm actually looking over here into a mirror. So, because this is not the no mirror makeup challenge, because that would be a disaster again, because my first no mirror makeup challenge, I look like a clown. I look like a literal clown. So if you'd like for me to redo that challenge, I definitely can. But my first attempt was quite interesting, to be honest with you. So now that I've got this almost pounced all the way in, and you see how dewy my skin looks with this, that's what I really, really like about this BB cream, because it's very dewy, and I have very dry skin. So for me to have a dewy foundation or coverage of any kind, I absolutely love. I know right now it looks like it doesn't match, but it actually really does. And in real life, it actually matches. Off camera, it actually really matches. So it's good. You know what? I just realized I didn't grab any brushes, so I'm going to have to pause you guys and I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. So I went and grabbed some brushes so that we can actually do this look, because if not, then I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this look. I can't really do it with no brushes. I'm sure you could. I've actually done a whole makeup look also using no tools. So if you've never seen that video, I'll have that link below also. So I have my no mirror makeup challenge and my no brushes makeup challenge. I have both of those videos that I filmed. So if you'd like to see those, I'll have them linked below. So now what I'm going to do is kind of powder. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm not going to powder yet. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's what you get. That's what you get. Okay, so I do not have an e.l.f. concealer, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. because I don't have an e.l.f. concealer. So I'm just going to use this one because it works great and it's affordable. So if you like an affordable price concealer, this is a great one because it's kind of thin, so it's not going to look cakey under your eyes. And I am up there in age, so if it doesn't make me look cakey, I guarantee you it's not going to make you look cakey either. So when you're putting your concealer on, you want to look up and then look down so you can make sure you get it into all your creases. That way there, it looks, if it does happen to crease on you, it's not going to be as noticeable because it's gone into those little fine lines already, so it's not going to look as noticeable. So just a little tip. So now the next thing I'm going to do is kind of set that because I don't want that to go anywhere. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. I was going to say primer. It's not a primer. Actually, speaking of which, I didn't use a primer. See, I even had it sitting here. I had the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer sitting here to use, but I forgot to use it. But I typically don't need a primer, so because of my dry skin, it kind of holds things anyway, so it's okay. We'll be okay. So now we're just going to set this under my eyes. And this powder does give off like a little bit of a white cast, but it's nothing too dramatic. So if you like a powder that's going to like give a little bit of a white cast so that you can maybe tone down your foundation that you put on, this will help with that. So again, I'm just going to brush under my eyes by looking up and then looking down so I can get into all those little fine lines, so that it causes less creasing and less chances of creasing on your face. And I'm going to do under my chin too to make sure that that looks okay. So my whole face is set now. So I took away that dewy look almost, but that's okay. It'll come back through. It's okay. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Eye Brightener, and it looks like this. It's in a little pot. It's a powder product, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but nothing real noticeable. So I don't think you're going to notice the shimmer in this whatsoever. So I'm actually going to apply this under my eyes too. So yes, 2 powder products. For someone who has dry skin, it works, I promise. I think it's because that BB cream is so moisturizing that it helps so that I don't look cakey and I don't look, I don't know, like creasy and look old. I don't want to look any older than I already am, and I don't think anybody does, to be honest with you. So there is the under eye brightener. I don't know if it really brightens though. Can you tell a difference? I don't know. I just think it's a cool product. I think that maybe it's a little gimmicky. I'm not sure that it actually works. I just like it. So now what I'm going to do is start on my eyes. So the first thing I want to do is do my eyebrows. So in order to start my eyebrows, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. The writing is kind of rubbed off on this, so I don't really know what it says anymore. So hopefully that's what it said. So my eyebrows are very easy to do. All I do is go in with really light strokes, because my eyebrows mostly are there. I do have brows. They're just a little lighter. This looks red on camera. In person, it's not red, I promise. I don't know what the color is of this. I think I had taupe or something. And it does look red on camera, but in person, it's not red. So I'm not sure why I'm looking like a little bit like a clown right now. So hopefully that'll tone down in the video and not look so... I don't know why I'm switching hands for. I have no idea. I'm all flustered here, y'all. I do have some imperfections that BB cream did not hide. I have a great big acne spot right there going on. But you know what? That's life. Nobody's skin is completely perfect. And I'm okay with that. So that's all I really do for my brows. And I'm going to go through and brush them. Kind of brush this through. I just more or less try to give the brow some color that they didn't have. And then what I do, I don't know if you guys do this or not, but I do this just because I don't like for my brows to look drawn on or anything. So and I'm afraid even by doing that little bit, it looks drawn on. So what I do is I take my beauty sponge and I go back over it like this to kind of pick up any product that didn't actually land on hair. I'm just really picky about that because I don't like for it to look fake whatsoever. So if you don't like that step, you don't have to do that stuff. That's just something I do. Now I'm going to go into the e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow Palette. Actually, first, we do need an eyelid primer. So let's see if we have an eyelid primer in here. I'm hoping so. Actually, we have a glitter glue primer, so we're going to use this. We have the e.l.f. glitter glue primer. That was like a tongue twister. So that'll be helpful too, because I am using the one palette. Oof, I put a little much on this side. Don't go ham on it. So now I'm just going to pat this in. Pat, 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 pat. You want to, whenever you're messing with your eyes, with your fingers, you want to use your ring finger, because your ring finger has the least amount of pressure, and then you're going to cause the least amount of damage, because all your other fingers have a little more strength to them. So you can put a little too much pressure around your orbital area, and any pressure on your eye area is actually going to cause damage. So just be careful with your eyes. Now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and is this the shade? And this is in the shade Texas. So, Texas. So here's what it looks like on the inside. It's just a really pretty color little palette, and it is a baked shadow palette. So I like baked shadows though, so works for me. So now I'm going to go in here with this first shade. I'm not even showing you. This shade right here. I'm going to go in and just kind of pat this all over the lid. This is a little shiny, and I like that. I want my lid to be shiny. So we're just going to keep patting. We're not going for a dramatic eye look or anything. We're just going to go in and do something quite simple actually today. Even though that already looks a little crazy. This has got a lot of pigmentation to it, that's for sure. Even though it's a baked eyeshadow, because a lot of baked eyeshadows you can't get a whole lot of pigmentation out of it. But for some reason, this one here, I can get a lot of pigmentation. So to me, that's well worth the price for a drugstore item. I love finding drugstore items that work really, really well. So now I'm going to go in with a little fluffier of a brush back into that color and just kind of make sure that that blends out a little bit better. Because I don't want it all concentrated right there. I mean, I want it there, but I want it to be a little more blended. So I'm going in lightly with my brush here. So that more or less just laid down a white base for me to add on to my next color. So I'm going to actually close this palette, and I'm going to open up the e.l.f. Prism Palette. So this one here is the Sunset Palette, and it looks like this on the inside. Gorgeous shades. Look at these purples and these bronzy shades. They're very, very pretty. It does come with a little sponge applicator, and you can use that honestly because these are a little more of a softer type of shadow. They feel a little bit more like a ColourPop shadow, to be honest with you. So if you want to use this, you can. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. And we're going to use it today. So we're going to go in with this third shade here. It's like a bronze shade. Let's see if I can show you. Actually, this way, it's the fourth shade. So it's this one here. We're going to go in with that shade. And we're going to put that all over the lid. Just to give my eyelids a nice bronze color. So sometimes these little appliques, the little sponge applicators, are actually quite handy, especially for shadows like this where they're a little more soft. They come in pretty handy, so don't ever put them down and think that they're just complete junk, because they're not. Because these actually work really well also with the ColourPop shadow. See, you can see that color already. It looks very, very pretty. I like it. So we'll go back in with a little bit more of it on this side. And you can build this up to, as high of intensity that you want, because it will build a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of build this color a little bit more. We're just going to play around with shadows today. So I'm going to add a little bit more here. And the great thing about these shadows is you put them on and they're not going anywhere. And they don't crease. I don't find any creasing in this whatsoever. I think they look really pretty on. So now I'm going to flip ends, and I'm going to go into the first shade here, which is a white shade. I'm going to go into that. And that one, again, is a little creamy. And now I'm going to place this more towards the front part of my eye here, because you want to bring light towards the center of your eye. I mean, towards the front of your, what is that called? I have no idea. Towards your eye duct. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a makeup professional. I mean, obviously, look at this. This is not no professional work. This is just someone who likes to play with makeup. So now I'm going to go back into the Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and we're going to pick up some of these little bronzy, coppery shades over here, the darker shades. I'm going to actually put that up into the crease. So I'm going to go back in with this blending brush. This is a Beauty Junkies brush. This is another affordable brand. So if you've never heard of this, I would definitely check them out because they're very affordable and they work really, really well. So I'm just going to go in and put a little bit of this in my crease just to give it some definition. So can you see already the definition that's what's helping to do? I mean, that looks so pretty. And again, we're going to go into the other side and we're going to do the same thing. And wherever you place your brush at to begin with, that's where you're going to get the most pigmentation. So I typically place my brush at the corner of my eye over here and then kind of windshield wiper it up, windshield wiper and swirl it up. That's how I typically do it. So you can do it however you want to. That's just how I do it. Everybody's different. Everybody does makeup different and there's no right way, there's no wrong way. As long as you like the way it looks when you're done, that's all that matters. And hold your brush. I'm probably holding it a little too tight. Actually, you should be holding it very nice and loosely and kind of let the brush do the work, not really your hand. Because you, like I said, you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure onto your eyes because your eyes are very sensitive. They will wrinkle really easily. So we're going to go back in on this side here and just do a little bit more again. And we've got that blown out, almost a smoky look going on now. I'm really liking it. So now I'm actually going to go back into the white shade in here with my brush because I want to try to get that center popped a little bit more here. I really like my center to be, not center, is it center? I have no idea. Do you see what that does? I mean, that just makes a big difference to me. I just really like a nice pop in that area right there, whatever it's called. I just really like something really light right there. You'll notice most of my eye looks are done that way. And it's just the way I like it. Again, that's a personal preference. If you don't like it like that, then you can do it however you choose. It's completely up to you. Now we're going to go back in with another a Beauty Junkies brush, and we're going to blend this out a little bit more. This is the Pro Blending brush. So now we're going to just kind of smoke it out a little bit more so it's not so concentrated. Just to give it a little bit more of a blended look. You don't want it to look so, I don't know. You don't want it to look like you just kind of threw it on. You want to make it look like you actually put a little bit of effort into it. And these shadows actually, if you've noticed, they go on really, really easily. So I really do like them. Now I'm going to go back into that white shade again. And I'm going to just put a little bit of this right below my brow bone. And that helps to kind of like bring up and make your eyes look lifted. So if you have tired eyes or whatever, that's going to make you look like you're a little bit more awake. So just put a little bit of that there. You don't want to make it stark looking. You don't want a stark white, but you do want to make it look a little bit like highlighted almost. And that's what it kind of does right there. Right now I look really strange, and I know I do. I probably look like crazy, but we'll fix this, I promise. So now we're going to actually go and we're going to start working on what I do typically next is my eyeliner. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner, and this is a thick eyeliner. Like if you look at the wand on this, it's really, really thick, but you can draw very thin lines with this. You can draw very thin or you can draw very thick. So you can do however you choose. And it does take a little bit for this to dry down, so it's not going to dry down immediately as soon as you put it on your eyes. So I would just try to be careful not to let it transfer too much. And I do need to bring the mirror in a little bit closer because I am blind. So I just like to go as close as I can to the lash line. And I don't really do a wing. I just kind of like, in other words, just kind of like emphasize my lash line. That's all I really am doing. But I do like how this e.l.f. ink eyeliner is like a little bit thicker, like the container is. So it's nicer to hold on to. It's really easy to hang on to. So you don't have to worry about it being so small that it slips right out of your hands. I do like that a lot. So that is it that I do for my eyeliner. So you can see my eyes are almost done already. So we're moving along pretty quickly. Kind of, sort of. Where are we at? 15 minutes? Sorry. Maybe that was not so fast. You guys would be like, girl, you were crazy. That is not fast at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Shimmer Eyeliner, and this is in the shade, I have no idea. It's like a purple. So I'm actually going to go in, and this is a self-sharpening one too. It has a little sharpener built in. So what I like to do is go in with this and then just put it onto my waterline here, right below it. Right below. Do you see how that makes a difference? I know we really don't have a whole lot of purple going on in my eye look. There's just a tad bit of purple looking shadow in here. But I really love this purple eyeliner here because for some reason purple really brings out the green in my eyes. And it doesn't make it look red either. So it doesn't make it look like I have tired eyes or like I've been doing something that's illegal or anything like that. So now the next step is my mascara. I have two mascaras here to choose from. I have the e.l.f. Mineralized Infused Mascara, and then I have the e.l.f. Volumizing Defining Mascara. So I think I'm going to try the Volumizing and Defining Mascara because, hello, volumize and define. I like that. So the wand on this is not too crazy. So there's what the wand looks like if you've ever been curious. So let's try this out. I don't think I've ever tried this one, to be honest with you. So let's give it a little shot here. And if you've never watched any of my Get Ready With Me videos, you probably don't know, I suck at mascara. I am terrible at mascara. I usually get it everywhere. So I usually have a Q-tip handy so that I can clean off my eyelid because I know it's going to need to be done. So we're just going to, again, coat my lashes with this. So far, I'm not super impressed with it, to be honest with you. I don't feel like it's giving me a whole lot. I mean, it's definitely giving my eye a little bit more lift, but I don't feel like it's really doing much to my eyelashes. I feel like they're still looking a little sparse. I mean, I have only like 4 eyelashes to begin with, so I guess it doesn't help when you only have a couple to work with. So again, I am not good at mascara, so if you guys are looking and you're like, oh my gosh, girl, you don't know how to apply mascara. Honey, I know. Honey, I know. I suck at it. And believe me, I've tried to get better. But it seems like the more I try, the worse I get. It's one of those things. Oh, my belly's growling. I'm hungry. Oh no, I just stuck it. See? Just about stuck it into my eyeball. I don't really want to paint my contacts. That's not good. Okay, and I did get it on my eyelid, but I don't really care for this mascara, to be honest with you, so I think it's kind of meh. I think there's better drugstore mascara, so let's try this Mineral Infused Mascara. So the wand on this looks a little bit more like that. So there's what the wand looks like. So let's try this one out, see if maybe it can give me a little bit more, I don't know, volume, because I said volumizing, and isn't volumizing like thickening? Because I don't feel like it did any kind of volumizing. It lengthened a little bit. But I didn't really see any kind of volumizing. Okay, this one's giving me some volume. So that one's looking a little bit better. Once I get all my mascara on, I will go in and clean up any kind of mascara that I have on my eyelid. And we'll finish up the eye look with some shadow underneath. Oh, I just poked it into my eye again. I'm telling you, I'm trying to paint my contacts. What the heck? So now I'm going to actually find a Q-tip here. And I have these box of Q-tips. They're the precision tip ones. And I'm almost out of them, so I need to go buy some more because these are perfect for taking off any mistakes because they are like pointed. See how they're pointed? They help to kind of clean up any messes that you make so that you're not tearing off too much of your makeup. So that really helps. To clean it up. And somehow I got it underneath my eye. Y'all see this? Yep. This is why I say I'm not that great at makeup. That's okay. Now we're going to go in with, let's see, what are we going to use now? We have a contour and blush bronzing powder set here, and this is in the shade Fiji. So here is what the shades look like in the actual pans. So I'm actually going to go in with this e.l.f. I think this is like a contour brush, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go in with that and just give myself a little bit of a contour with it. Nothing too dramatic. I don't want to look like I'm like sculpted. I just want to give it just a little bit of contour. And then I'm going to actually take this brush and run it under my chin just a little bit. I'm not adding any more powder to it from what I already put on. And then I'm going to tap in just a tad and tap off. And I'm going to actually put a little bit on my hairline up here. This just kind of bronzes my face up a little bit too. Because, I mean, everybody likes to look a little bit bronzed. Even though summer is almost gone and we're heading right into fall, I like to still look bronzed. What about you all? So actually now I need to go back in and finish my eye makeup. I don't know why I started bronzing first. I'm like in a hurry, I guess. I'm in a hurry to get things done. Sorry. Okay, now we're gonna go back in with the Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm gonna take this little, this is actually a Rite Aid brand brush. I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade in this palette here, and I'm gonna kind of just take it under my lash line here. If you're someone like me who is not great at doing makeup, I recommend actually doing your concealer last, which is what I would normally do. I don't know why I already did it. So I'm probably going to make myself end up looking a little cakey because I'm going to fix my mistakes that I make with my concealer. That's just how I typically do it. I typically fix any mistakes with my concealer just because it's a nice, easy, quick way to fix it. But if you are someone who's pretty good at doing eye makeup, then you might not need to do that. You could just do that whenever you feel like it. So I'm actually going to go back in with my concealer and fix my under eyes because I feel like I've gotten a little bit of makeup underneath of it. It's not fallout because these shadows didn't really have a whole lot of fallout. It's user error. So now I'm just going to try to fix this and not make myself look too cakey. So I'm going to try to blend it in as much as I can and kind of do it in that V shape to make yourself look a little bit more lifted, a little bit more awake. See what a difference that made? I mean, that looks a lot better already, I think. So I'm just going to bring it up and bring it down. But at least I did this, fixed it before I started doing my blush and all that stuff. So I got to reset this though. So hopefully it doesn't get too cakey since there was a powder underneath. We'll have to see. So now I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. Eye Brightener. I'm going to use that powder to actually reset it with. And as you can still see, a lot of my imperfections going on here because we used a BB cream instead of an actual foundation. e.l.f. does have some awesome foundations. I just don't happen to have any right now because all the ones I had are like older and they've expired. So I need to actually pick up another because they have a really good one that's actually for acne. And I really do like that one. It's a little drying because it does have a little bit of salicylic acid in that foundation. I'm pretty sure that's what's in it. So it is a little bit drying. So if you don't like a drying foundation, which I typically don't because I have dry skin already, but the salicylic acid's what makes me like, well, you know, fight your battles, you know, pick your battles, I guess, right? By the way, the eyeliner I put on my hand, it's stuck. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, once it sets, you're good. It's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to go back in with the e.l.f. little bronzer blush trio. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to swirl this on. And I like to take my blush. You can use your blush however you choose, but there's different techniques that you can use your blush with. I like to kind of take it up like this. Because if you have I have a very full face. Even though I'm not a full, I don't know. My face is a very full face. I feel like I have like a pumpkin head. So I like to do this to kind of make my face look a little bit more thinner. I don't know if it actually does or not, but I just feel like it does. So, and like I said, it's makeup. You do it however you choose to. It's playtime for me. I think makeup is just playtime. It's not anything that you're supposed to be like, oh my gosh, this is the rule. You do it like this. No. And I went a little ham on the blush there. If you happen to go a little ham on your blush too, like I just did, it's not too bad, I guess. It's not too dramatic. In the mirror, it just looked crazy for a second. I don't know. So anyway, that is everything there. So now what I'm going to do is actually set my face using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set with Aloe, Green Tea, Cucumber, and Vitamins A, C, and E. This is actually a really good setting spray. So if you've never tried this before, I do think it's a good one. I don't think it makes my makeup last all day or anything, but it does set it, and it makes, because it's got some moisturizing properties to it, it will make your face feel moisturized. I put a lot. It's okay. You put however much you like. I go a little crazy with it. So now the last thing we have to do is lips. And did I bring a lip product? I bet I didn't. I didn't. Oh no, guys. Okay, so I'm going to have to pause you one more time so I can go grab a lip product. I still have tons of products in here too. So if you'd like for me to do a whole e.l.f. review, like of the products that I feel like are the best, the products I feel like that are meh, let me know, because I can definitely do that, because I still have a ton of products in here that I didn't even touch today. So hang on one second, guys, because I'm going to go find me a lipstick over here in my little tower behind me, and I'll come right back with an e.l.f. lipstick, and then we'll finish this look. So hang on one second. Okay guys, I'm back. So I went and grabbed my lipstick, and honestly I forgot to do a highlighter too, so we're going to use a highlighter. So I have the Illuminating Palette here to share with you all. So here's what the actual Illuminating Palette looks like on the inside. These powders remind me a lot of like the Hourglass shadows, like the powders or whatever, because it's not super pigmented. It's not going to go on and be like the bam in your face type of highlighter, but it is enough to where I like it, because I don't like an in your face type of highlighter. I like something that looks a little bit more natural, because you got to realize I am a mom and I'm running around all day with my kids and doing things, well, because only one kid is here now. I'm at the schools and everything, so I don't want to look like I have all this highlighter on and all the parents are like, what the heck does she think she's going to? So I just take a little bit of highlighter here, and then down the bridge of my nose a little bit, and then under my chin. And you can tell, I mean, it's not a bam in your face type of highlighter. I just really like it though, because it's more of a natural type of highlighter. Looks kind of like a glow from within. So now we're going to move on to the lip product, and we'll be finished with this look for today. And the lip product that I have is the Ravishing Rose, and it's the e.l.f. Moisturizing Lipstick. And so here's what the actual lipstick looks like in the tube. And so we're going to use this lipstick today. I don't use a lip liner, so I typically get it outside of my lips, and that's okay. Again, that's what concealer's for. If you mess up, fix it. It's no big deal. Yep, see, I got it outside the line there. So there's my finished look today using all e.l.f. products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Actually, wait, before you go, let me know what are some of your favorite e.l.f. products, because I think I want to do another, like maybe like a series of like get ready with me using only e.l.f. products, so that we can try this several times, because I feel like e.l.f. is a very underrated product brand. Because their pricing, people think that they're not good because their price is so inexpensive. People are like, well, they're no good because they're cheap. But honestly, I have found some really, really great products from e.l.f. So if you want me to do like a week-long series of just e.l.f. products, we can definitely do that. Let me know. And let me know what are some of your favorite products from e.l.f. and what are some fails that you found also. Because we did find a fail in mascara here today. So obviously there are some fails within the product line. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.